This is Baby Foods Group 20. For day one for our appetizers, the lowest selling appetizer for day one was the bruschetta, with the cost to make being $2 and the selling price as $11.07, with one item being sold. Our gross profit for that item was $9.07. The highest selling appetizer for day one was the lobster mac and cheese, with the cost to make it being $3.50 and the selling price as $9, with 15 items being sold. Our gross profit for the lobster mac and cheese was $82.50. For day two, our lowest selling appetizer was the fried calamari, with the cost to make being $2 and the selling price as $7, with 4 items being sold. Our gross profit for the fried calamari was $20. For day two selling appetizers, the highest selling appetizers, there was a tie between the grilled shrimp and the seafood quiche bites. The cost to make the grilled shrimp is $3 and the selling price is $5, with 7 items being sold. Our gross profit for the grilled shrimp was $14. The cost to make the seafood quiche bites is $1.75 and the selling price is $7, with 7 items being sold. Our gross profit for the seafood quiche bites was $36.75. Our lowest selling entree for day one was the grilled salmon, with the cost to make it being $6 and the selling price as $11.89, with 3 items being sold. Our gross profit for that item was $17.67. Our highest selling entree for that day was the surf and turf, with the cost to make it being $12.95 and the selling price as $35, with 10 items being sold. Our gross profit was $220.50. Our lowest selling entree for day two was the linguine and clams, with the cost to make it being $6 and the selling price as $15, with 3 items being sold. Our gross profit for that item was $36. Our highest selling entree for day two was the surf and turf, with the cost to make it being $12.95 and the selling price as $35, with 7 items being sold. Our gross profit was $154.35.
For day one, we categorized the drinks with draft beer, cocktails, bottled wine, non-alcoholic drinks, and glass of wine. For day one, the total sales for draft beer was $1,020.10. Total sales for cocktails was $87.50. Total sales for non-alcoholic drinks was $35.88. Total sales for wine glass was $6, and total sales for wine bottle was $98.97. For day two, our total sales for draft beer was $916.50. Our total sales for wine glass was $43.50. Our total sales for cocktails was $29. Our total sales for wine bottle was $24, and our total sales for non-alcoholic drinks was $5.98. Average check per guest was total sales divided by the number of people. For day one, the number of guests was 85 people, and our average check per guest for day one was $43.40. For day two, our number of guests was 85 people, and our average check per guest was $25.24. Day one, our number of parties was 33, so our average check per party was $111.79. For day two, our number of parties was also $33, but our average check per party was only $65. For sales by volume, we did it with day one and day two sales. For day one, from 6 to 7 o'clock, we had 0 sales because Apollonia had technical difficulties, so Maria Sanfilippo had to fill in. From 7 to 8, our numbers were $1,726.43. From 8 to 9, our sales was $698.83. And from 9 to 10, we had 0 income. For day two, From 6 to 7, we had revenue of $1,228.58. From 7 to 8, we had $908.01. From 8 to 9, we had $234.20. And from 9 to 10, we had $0. Our total sales from 6 to 7 were $1,228.58. Our total sales from 7 to 8 was $2,634.44. Our total sales from 8 to 9 were $933.03, and from 9 to 10, our total sales was 0. Sales by server for day 1. Once again, Apollonia had technical difficulties, so Maria Sanfilippo filled in for her. Maria Sanfilippo, with the 89.6% in the red, rang in $2,199.06. Nina Richardson in the blue at 10.4% rang in $256.20. For day 2, we had a full staff. Maria Alonso at 9.8% in the blue rang in $234.20. Maria Sanfilippo in the red percentage was 38.2% and rang in $908.01. And Jocelyn Ray in the yellow with 52% rang in $1,235.58.
Gross profits for drinks, day 1. Draft beer totaled for $765.07. Cocktails totaled for $74.37. Non-alcoholic drinks totaled for $25.11. Wine glasses totaled for $4.80. And wine bottles totaled for $59.32, which came up for a total of $928.37. Gross profit for day 2 drinks. Draft came up for $687.38. Cocktails, $25. Non-alcoholic drinks, $4.19. Wine glasses, $34.80. And wine bottles, $14.40, which totaled up to $765.77.
The gross profit for day 1 and day 2 came above $4,000. The top 5 foods for both days, we found that 7.1% was the lobster mac and cheese, which came in first.
The second was the chocolate lava cake, which was 6.8%.
And last, both fried and grilled shrimp totaled the same amount of 6.1%.